This is how to create a double exposure effect. First of all, you tap on picture you want to. I will be creating the effect on. So this is the picture. Let me just crop these things. Okay. So next of all, you have to cut it out because that is important, of course. Just make sure you circle it out well. Okay, you can see that it came out, but you still have to add some finishing touches. The hardness makes it thick and not blurry, so you can get to the edge as well. That is why I increased the hardness to 100. So that's it. We save it. Now you see save to stick out. Next you go over to square feet and you place it inside. This you can just experiment to the position that you want it to be, but we are trying to add a background. That's why we went to square feet. So next off, you head over to add photos and import the photo you want to add. You want to add as a double exposure on it. So right now what I'll be adding is a skyscraper. So I enlarge it and make sure it fits the particular area I want to add the exposure on. It could be his face, it could be the body. So let's start. Head over to blend. Now you can continue scrolling on these options till you get the desired blend feature that you want. I'm going to be using lighting for this tutorial. So what you do next is reduce the opacity a little, then head over to your eraser. Now you have to zoom in, increase the size and reduce the hardness so that you can get a blurry effect when erasing or adding. You increase the hardness and reduce the size to get hardness for edges. Okay, so let's keep, sorry, let me add that back. So now we're trying to make sure that it's just on his color, it stops as his color only. So now you come out of eraser to be sure you increase your opacity. We're still going to do something else. Let's try something else. Overlay will be too much. I think screen will work perfect. So let's use screen. Head over to opacity, increase it to the max. Now let's continue experimenting with our eraser. Now you notice a thin line here. That thin line at the beginning of just erase it at the beginning so that the thin line doesn't remain on your work. So your job responsibility is to erase that thin line immediately you start erasing the projects. Make sure you erase that thin line so it doesn't leave a mark on the projects that you're doing. So let's reduce the opacity a little and the hardness so that there will not be too much light in there. So this is it. Okay, now this is it. Then you can now take it to Lightroom to further color grade and stuff like that, but right now you have succeeded in adding the skyscraper. We can just decide to leave it only on his clothes. Let's not put it on his hand, sorry, on his yes, only on the clothes. Let's increase the hardness so that we can get the edge correctly. So now we are trying to leave it only on his clothes. Size 3. Okay, now you have to zoom in and be a little detailed with your it's more like using a pencil, of course. Okay, so this is it. This is good. It's almost as if he's wearing the sky, like the clothes is painted from the skyscraper almost. So let's just do finishing touches there with the hardness. Reduce. See, creating stuffs are actually experimenting till they become so good in your eyes. It's not almost like a very fast job. That's why if you're sticking with me, you have to stick with me from the beginning to the end, so as not to miss any steps. You already know the drill while you're watching my tutorials. Just like, subscribe so that you will not miss more. So what else? I think that we've done. Now that is double exposure for you. Now you can experiment reducing it a little or leaving it at the max. Either way, I've achieved something. Now let's try double exposing the face. We'll go back to stick out. That is where the cutout is always. So you see either in recent or my stickers cutouts, you see it's either in those two places. So you go here. I'm going to face the direction the other side. Let's try putting his face. Sorry. Let's try playing with his face like this. Head over to blend, screen, lighting. Yeah. What you have to do for me now is make sure his eye is aligned with, yes, that particular place. Now that is where the position you need. So you head over to your eraser and you could try increasing the hardness a little so that you get the edges removed while leaving the face there. So this is what we're trying to achieve. Double exposures are kind of arts. They give this art feel. If you know, you know. It gives this art feel. So this is basically for a face right now. So leaving the two eyes there with his eyebrow gives like a kind of the Lulu effect right now. So this is it. Let's erase this particular hand place too. So it's totally only affecting only his face. So that is it. That is how you do it, the double exposure effect. Let's just export this. If you don't know how to light up this in Lightroom, you can head over to a video I made on Lightroom.